what's up? This is Sifu Cuddle, and in this video, I want to tell you about when I quit karate, or more importantly, why I quit karate. Now, before we get into this story, I'm sure there's some new people to the channel just based on the title of this video, so let me tell you a little bit about myself, and then we'll get into the story. Now, I've been doing Chinese martial arts for the last 20 years. I've been studying Choi Lei Fut Kung-fu and Yang style Tai Chi, and I've been teaching professionally for the last 15. If you want to see any more about that, I encourage you to check out the rest of my channel. You can see what I'm all about there. Now, for the karate story. I did actually take karate. And when I was about 8 years old, my mother enrolled me into one of the local martial arts schools. The karate style is Shitoryu, and there were actually, it was a very well-established school, and even then, so as years went by, some of the people that I actually took my first few classes with ended up graduating through the system and becoming senseis and continuing teaching the art. So it's still pretty cool to see that to this day, that some of us have gone in directions like me for Kung Fu and then, you know, continuing on in their karate training. But yeah, I quit. And it had absolutely nothing to do with the style. It had absolutely nothing to do with the instructors or the instruction provided. It had nothing to do with my classmates. It had everything to do with me. I was 8 years old. I was an airhead. I was flaky. I was all over the place. I couldn't pay attention to anything for longer than a minute at a time. Even things I loved, like video games. It just wasn't a time for me to go into martial arts. And I know a lot of you go into martial arts, and a lot of parents enroll their children into martial arts because it's great for self-discipline. But at that time, I wasn't ready. It's just flat out that simple. I couldn't handle taking a class that long. I couldn't pay attention for that time. And I didn't have the willpower to go home and practice. And though my parents supported me, and though the instructors were great, it just never stuck with me. So after a while, it became a chore, and a very, very tough chore. And not just for me, but for everybody around me. So we decided that it was time to stop. Now, it's a simple story. I only took it for about a month, and I learned maybe the basics. I learned some punches, I learned a front snap kick, and learned the beginning of Kihon Kata, where you bring your hands up, bring your hands down. That's all I remember from that. And I bring this up not because I'm comparing systems, and not because I'm saying, oh yeah, well, look at me now, I'm doing Kung Fu for 20 years. It comes down to the timing of training. And this is something that a lot of people do, especially as they get older. They look at the younger people that are doing some amazing things in their training, and they say, oh man, I wish I would have started when I was young. Oh, I feel like I'm starting way too late. Or they don't even start at all because they think they're too old. And that's a problem, because martial arts is great for you at any age. Any time that you are ready is the right time. And that was it for me. It took me to get into my teenage years before I was able to handle something that I could commit to and would practice even when I felt great, even when I felt bad. And it was the timing. I fell in love with Kung Fu, and here I am. It could have been karate, it could have been another martial art, but that's where I ended up. And I want you to remember that too. If you're watching this video and you're considering taking martial arts, go do it. The best time is now. If you are ready, if the martial arts are available to you, go after it. It's not an age requirement to be good in a martial art. It's just a dedication requirement and how much you're willing to put into it. Okay, so if you guys were expecting me to bash karate, well, I'm sorry, I didn't. I actually really respect the art. So if you guys like that, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about me and my style, again, check out the rest of this channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video and this quick story. And really, again, if you're ready to go train, go do it. It's time. Okay? Till next time, this is Sifu Cuddle.
Bam.